everyone, this is THG, aka the Skiing Gamer, and welcome back to another episode of Flip Throughs. This is episode 2 of the series. If you haven't checked out the first episode and all that stuff, be sure to check it out on my channel. If you guys don't know what the series is about, it's flipping through like old school video game magazines from Game Informer through my Nintendo Powers, tips and tricks, and so forth from the early 2000s and all that stuff. But before I get into the episode and all that stuff, flip throughs, kind of like the games I've been playing series, will be up every other Friday on my channel. So you get one games I've been playing series every other Friday on my channel. And the next other week and all that stuff is gonna be my episode of my flip through. So games I've been playing series episodes gonna be every other Friday on my channel. The second every Friday and all that stuff is gonna be my flip through series. So be sure to check out those two series on my channel. They coming out each and every other Friday on my channel. So anyway, without further ado, let's get this episode started. Alright, in today's episode of Flip Throughs, and today we're gonna do something different. Not Game Informer, not Nintendo Power and all that stuff. And this is the one that I still have and all this stuff as a kid back in winter of 2003 and all this stuff as a kid. My mom got this for me at the GameStop years ago and all that other stuff. When I first got my GameCube and all that stuff, which I used to have the black one and all that stuff, but not anymore. Before I had the silver one again and all that stuff. And this one that had those plasmids when it was free and all that stuff, when you have it in GameStop and all that stuff. My mom picked this up for us and all that other stuff. And those are along with these three games right here I got with my GameCube and other stuff. We couldn't even afford any Marios or Sonics or Zeldas and all that stuff back then before I owned those later teenage years later on and other stuff. And that flip through I'll talk about in this episode and all that stuff. That is the Nintendo Winter 2003 catalog from the GameCube and the Game Boy Advance era. And so this is the front right here and all that stuff. We'll show you the preview of all the games that are coming out earlier on the 2003 and upcoming games early on this year or early of 2004 and all that stuff. This magazine catalog brings back so many memories and all that stuff. So here's the front right here. Here's the back and all that stuff. So anyway, without further ado, let's flip through this Nintendo Winter 2003 catalog. So here we go. Here's the GameCube era, which I used to have the black one of this and all that stuff, but it was broken and all that before I had the silver one back again and all that other stuff. So here is the previews of the games that are first going to be released. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Legend of Zelda 4 Stores, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, and 007 Everything or Nothing. These are classic times right there and all that other stuff. So let's flip through it. There's the previews are talking about the GameCube and all that stuff with all the colors, GameCube systems and controllers and all that other stuff. Which I have a orange one right there or stuff, and the purple one and all that stuff, and the silver one and all that other stuff. So, which I used to have the black one right there and all that stuff, but I have a silver one right here. I had at like as 11 to 12 years old and all that stuff. So I don't have the Waybird and all that stuff. The Waybird is so expensive now. So yeah, there's that right there. GameCube is like very underrated system at the time and all that stuff. And here is the previews. I'll talk about the Game Boy Advance and all that stuff, and Game Boy Advance SP. I still have my original Game Boy Advance SP as a kid and all that stuff. If you saw in my Game Boy Advance collection video, be sure to check that out. I still have it as a kid and all that stuff. So here is the Game Boy Advance right here, and the Game Boy Advance SP right here and all that stuff. So back then, video game prices were great in the early 2000s and all that stuff. Unlike today, all that stuff, these systems are so expensive now and all that stuff. I'm so glad I kept these from my childhood and all that stuff. Kept it safe all these years and all that stuff. So there's that. Alright, the e-reader right there. Back in the days, we had those e-reader cards and all that stuff. I just swipe them and all that stuff. They give you like downloadable games and all that stuff before DLC and all that stuff. So those were the good times right there. What else important? Pokemon trade card game, ES Ruby and Sapphire and all that stuff. These bring back some old school Pokemon card back in the memories, back in the early 2000s and all that stuff. the third gen games and all that stuff. These bring back a lot of memories, seeing commercial for these games and all that stuff, along with the GameCube and the Game Boy Advance and all that stuff as a kid and all that stuff, bringing back to my childhood. Here's more right there. Game & Watch 3, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Advance 3, and Pokemon Battle E-Card and all that stuff. Here is the e-reader for the NES and all that other stuff, an e-reader for Mario Party, an e-reader for Animal Crossing. The original Animal Crossing before they had Wild World, New Leaf, and New Horizons and all that other stuff. So, alright. Here it is. Get connected when you hook up your GameCube game. You hook up the link cable from to your GameCube all the way to your Game Boy Advance and all that stuff. Those bring me good times and all that stuff, which I never did it back in the day and all that stuff. But for the old time's sake and all that stuff, it was really, really great. Here's a preview of the Game Boy player and all that stuff, which those things you can, those things are like so expensive. Like even the discs cost a lot of money and other stuff. And so the Game Boy player is like so expensive now on the GameCube and all that stuff. So it used to be cheap back in the day and all that stuff, but nowadays it's really expensive. All right. Here's a preview of the to talk about the Game Boy Player right here. You can play your Game Boy, any Game Boy games on your GameCube right there. There's that. There's some accessories right there. Alright, here is the preview of the games right here and other stuff. And so, here is the commercial I saw a lot as a kid and other stuff. I really wanted this. I remember playing on the McDonald's and other stuff. I remember seeing commercials of the game as a kid and other stuff. I have my teenage copy and other stuff from my high school days and all that stuff. Mario Kart Double Dash. This game brings me back so many memories of my childhood. You can switch like two people in the cart and all that stuff. It's still playable to this day, all that stuff. Even the harder tracks and all that stuff. So I have fond memories seeing the commercial as a kid and all that stuff, and playing the game on the McDonald's and all that stuff. They had my copy teenage later and all that stuff. And that game is so expensive now. Like all the GameCube games is so expensive now. So this is a good time right here. Mario Kart Double Dash. Alright, next one is 1080 Avalanche. Remember seeing a commercial for this game as well as a kid as well. I remember seeing this commercial as a kid a lot during the two Disney days and all that other stuff. That is Mario Party 5. I remember seeing this commercial a lot as a kid and all that stuff. I have Mario Party 5 on the GameCube now and all that stuff. I really wanted this game as a kid and all that stuff, but never got to because they were so expensive at the time and all that stuff. But watching these memories of seeing this commercial as a kid and all that stuff on Mario Party 5 bring me so much back to my childhood and all that stuff. Back then we didn't have no cable, no internet. Like we have internet, but not much internet popular as it is now and stuff. So yeah, I have fond memories of seeing commercials for Mario Party 5 on the GameCube. So yeah, there's that. Alright, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. This really underrated Final Fantasy game when you hook up your Game Boy Advance and all this stuff to play the game and all this stuff, which I never did and all this stuff. So it was an alright Final Fantasy game. Kirby Air Ride. This is a fun racing game, kind of like basically like Mario Kart in Kirby and all this stuff. I remember seeing this commercial for the game as a kid as well or stuff. And I got my copy of Kirby Air Ride back in like 4 years ago when everything was normal for $30 and all that stuff. I still have my copy as a copy of it for 4 years ago and all that stuff. And this game is really fun. It's not like Mario Kart. It kind of like Mario Kart, but it's not like Mario. It's different. You have like hovering and drifting and all that. So this is a fun Kirby racing game on the GameCube and all that. I remember seeing this commercial for this game as a kid as well and all that stuff. So yeah, there's that. Alright, Mario Golf Tosu Tour. I remember seeing commercial for this game as well and all that stuff too as well. Zelda Four Swords. They have a preview for the like they have it in the link to the past game or the Game Boy Advance and all that stuff, but with four swords and all that stuff, when you play it and all that stuff, with the four swords and all that stuff, you have to hook up your link cable to your Game Boy Advance or your Game Boy SP to play the game and all that stuff before they made Zelda Four Swords Adventures a year later and all that other stuff. So yeah, here's the preview over there and all that stuff at the time and all that other stuff. Good times, man. Good times. F-Zero GX. I remember seeing these commercials for the game as a kid and all that stuff. And I still have my teenage copy and all that stuff. But this game is hard as balls and all that stuff. But this game is so fantastic in the F-Zero series and all that stuff. And I remember seeing the commercial as a kid and all that stuff. Playing this game now and all that stuff, even the HD and all that stuff. You have an HDR commercial. This game is so amazing. So I have fond memories of playing this game and all that stuff, and seeing commercials for this game as well and all that stuff. So F-Zero GX on the GameCube right there. All right, next up is Pikmin 2. I remember playing this at the McDonald's back in the day and all that stuff, but I saw a little bit of commercial back in the day and stuff. So I have it on the new Play Control on the Wii and all that stuff. I never played the first one as a kid and other stuff, but I only played the second one. And I love Pikmin 2 and other stuff. So even though I played at McDonald's, never really beat it, but I need to beat it on the Wii version really soon and all that stuff. So yeah, Pikmin 2. All right. All right, here's some previews from the other games right here and all that stuff. That is Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike and Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe was a really amazing game and all that stuff. It started out with the GameCube first before they ported it onto the PS2 right there. So yeah, Beautiful Joe was a great game as well and all that stuff. And this game right here, these two games right here, was so special to me. I still have my copies from my teenage days and all that other stuff. Biggest one right here and all that stuff. I really wanted to get into the game back in like Christmas of 2003, but our parents and our mom, dad didn't get it at the time. It was so damn expensive. I'm so glad I got it as my teenage copy like years later, all that stuff when I was high school and all that. And I still have this one too and all this stuff. That is Soul Calibur 2. If you want to play Soul Calibur 2 and all that stuff, get the GameCube version and find it for like really cheap and all that stuff. This game go for like $20 to $25 and all that stuff. This is the best version of Soul Calibur 2 you could get because it had Link from Legend of Zelda in it. I know the PS2 version have Heihachi from Tekken and Xbox with Spawn and all that stuff. I remember seeing these three commercials for Soul Calibur 2 as a kid and all that stuff. Want to play like a real version of Soul Calibur 2? Get the GameCube version. It's well worth it. And also Sonic Hero. Sonic Hero was a really great game at the time and all that stuff. Even though not the best Sonic game in the world and all that stuff, but still Sonic Hero was a really great game. The GameCube version was great. Xbox version is second, and the PS2 version was really trash and all that stuff. And the thing is though, Nintendo's lying back in the day, all that stuff, and lying about it now and all that stuff. You never hit connect with the Game Boy fans and all that with Sonic Heroes and all that other stuff. So, but these two games right here and all that stuff made me so hyped when these games. When I see these commercials for the games when they first came out and all that stuff. So yeah, Soul Calibur 2 and Sonic Heroes. So yeah, there's those games right here. I have fond memories. I still have my copies as a teenager. And stuff. So I still have fond memories. Seeing these commercials again and play these games as a teenager slash kid and all that stuff. So yeah, there's that. All right, here's some other games right here. All that stuff. We got Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, the remake of the original PS1 classic and all that stuff. But it's so expensive now and all that stuff. So yeah, there's that. Here, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time right there. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is a classic on all that stuff. I have it on the Xbox though. I have 007 Everything or Nothing, which was okay. It's okay. It started became like a third person shooter and all that stuff. I really didn't really like that much. And I was getting Nightfire, but it was a decent 007 game. And Tony Hawk Underground, which was the best Tony Hawk game under 2 and other stuff. And so I have fond memories playing the first Tony Hawk Underground as well. So yeah, there's those. Alright. Here is some other preview games as well. You have Yu-Gi-Oh! The Fallbound Kingdom, Quidditch World Cup, Harry Potter, Matter 2004, and Sim Busting Out. I remember seeing commercial for Sim busting out back in the day and all that stuff. It was so funny and all that stuff. As a 9 to 10 year old me seeing this commercial at the game as a kid and all that stuff, seeing XP reviews of this game and all that stuff, bring back so many memories of this game right here. Sim busting out and all that stuff. So yeah, there's those. Here's some other sports games as well and other stuff. We have FIFA 2004, NBA Live 2004, NHL 2004, NCAA Football 2004, Tiger Woods 2004, and all that stuff. But this game right here, I still have my teenage copy and all that stuff. That is SS3, one of the best snowboarding games in the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube era. SSS Tricky was great, but SS3 right here is one of the best snowboarding games in the entire generation and all that stuff. I still have my GameCube copy, GameCube copy I had as a teenager and all that stuff, 11, 12 years old and all that stuff. I have so many memories playing hours and hours with my brothers, with my sisters, and all that stuff, playing this game and all that stuff. With my brothers and my sisters and all that stuff. I have fond memories playing SSS3 with my family and all that stuff. So yeah, there is that. Here's some other previews from games as well. We have WrestleMania 19, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003, Beyond Good and Evil, really good game. Medal of Honor, Rising Sun, Simpson Hit and Run, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and Frogger Adventures, and the first Dragon Ball Z Budokai. It started with the PS2 first. I have it on GameCube. I still have my a teenage copy of the GameCube version and all that other stuff. So yeah, there is those. Here's some other games. Here's some other preview games as well. I'm not gonna talk about them. But True Crime Streets of LA, I remember seeing commercial a lot as a kid and other stuff. You know, an M-rated game back then, us parents and not allowed to watch like M-rated games or commercials and all that stuff. Here it is, the second one right there. I'm not gonna talk about it much. So tell me, comment below, what's your favorite memories or fond memories of the games you played on the GameCube or the Game Boy Advance back in 2003? Leave a comment below. All right, that's it for the GameCube stuff. Let's move on with the Game Boy Advance stuff. This Game Boy Advance stuff bring back a lot of memories and all that stuff. This game right here, I remember never owned this as a kid and all that stuff. I remember seeing commercials for the game as a kid and all that stuff. That is Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3. This game and all that stuff, a remake of Super Mario Brothers 3 on the go and all that stuff. And this, I remember seeing commercial a lot as a kid and all that stuff, especially with the e-reader cards for the game and all that stuff, with unlock extra levels and all that stuff. This game was made special in the Super Mario Advance series and all that stuff. So yeah, there is that one right there. The original Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem started on the Game Boy Advance series and all that stuff. Before Path of Radiance, before Radiant Dawn, Awakening, Birthright for the 3DS and all that stuff. This is the one that started it all in the Fire Emblem scene. I remember seeing this game for commercial as a kid and all that other stuff. So even though the Game Boy Advance version, I think it's so expensive now, but I still have fond memories. Seeing commercial for the game as a kid and all that stuff with tactical RPGs and strategy RPGs and all that other stuff. So yeah, there's that. Mario Luigi Superstar Saga. I remember seeing this commercial at the game as a kid and all that stuff. Second Mario RPG next to Super Mario RPG. But with Mario Luigi Superstar Saga and all that stuff, even though they remade it on the 3DS and other stuff, but for the Game Boy Advance version and all that stuff back in 2003 and all that stuff back in the days and all that stuff, it's a classic right there and other stuff. So yeah, Mario Luigi Superstar Saga, the original. So yeah, there's that. All right, we got Final Fantasy Tactics right there. Metroid Zero Mission basically is like a remake of the first Metro on the Game Boy Advance and all that other stuff. So that one is a really, really great game and all that stuff. It's like a remake of the first Metro for the NES, and the remake was great at the time and all that stuff. So yeah, there is that. You got Sword of Mana right there. Top Gear Rally. Remember Hamtaro back in Tsunami days and all that stuff? Like Nintendo made Hamtaro games and all that stuff. So we got the preview of Hamtaro Res- Rainbow Rescue. Sorry, Hamtaro Rainbow Rescue. We remember Hamtaro back in the day during Tsunami and all that stuff. I remember watching it as a kid and all that stuff. And so yeah, Hamtaro Rainbow Rescue. And the portable Banjo Kazooie game called Banjo Kazooie Grunty's Revenge and all that other stuff. So this is like not made by Rare or Nintendo in it, made by THQ and all that stuff. So yeah, there is those. We got the Game Boy Advance version of Persia Sands of Time, and the terrible game Dragon Ball Z Game Boy Advance game and all that Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu. At the time and all that stuff, I thought the game was really, really great for a fighting game on the go for the Game Boy Advance for Dragon Ball Z. But looking at it now and all that stuff, the play controls are really, really terrible and all that stuff. So yeah, but at the time being, it was a really, really good fighting game on the Game Boy Advance at the time and all that stuff. So yeah, there's that. You got Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards right there. TMNT03 and 007 Everything and Nothing for the Game Boy Advance right there. I remember seeing this game a lot as a kid and all that stuff. I used to be big. I was a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh back in the Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, and all that other stuff, all the other stuff, and all that stuff. And so bring back a lot of memories. I saw my old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards and all this stuff back in like 2003, 2004, and all that stuff. These like the original Yu-Gi-Oh was the best and all that other stuff. So yeah, there's that. All right, what else? All right, here's some other games. Here's some other preview from the other games as well. I'm not gonna talk about those much. See it for yourself. Sonic Pinball Party was really, really good. Disney Magical Quest 2 started making Mini Beasts like a remake of the Super Nintendo game and all that other stuff. There are more games right there. And finally, the last page and all that other stuff is right here and all that other stuff. Here is the Silver Game Boy Advance SP and all that other stuff. I still have as a kid, like I said, and all that stuff. You should have to check out my Game Boy Advance collection video and all that stuff. Be sure to check it out on my channel. And yeah, that's it, you guys. That's it. And that's it, you guys, for all that stuff. And so yeah, there is that. And so, well, that is it, you guys, for the second episode of flip throughs and all that stuff of the Nintendo Winter 2003 catalog and all that stuff. Tell me in the comment below, what do you think of this catalog here? What do you think of the fond memories of the games you play on the GameCube or the Game Boy Advance and all that other stuff? So make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Want to follow from my upcoming videos? Check out my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/tgamer7. I'll see y'all next time with another video. Thank you very much, and goodbye.